Just a quick question. I don't know whether you've done any analysis of this, but do you think ratifying TPP is good for Canada, given that evidently Canada is going to have the lowest benefit of all the 12 countries? The highest estimate I've seen is 1.2% increase in GDP by 2030. That is total, not annual.
You're talking about the Trans-Pacific Partnership? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know the details of exactly how the trade agreements work. I do know, obviously, that Canada certainly has benefited from free trade, especially with NAFTA. So generally speaking, I'm kind of on the side of The Economist magazine. I'm generally for the liberalization of trade. Obviously, there are questions of fair trade and whether it's subsidized and all of the other things that countries have to decide on in terms of what is equitable. But I would think generally more trade is better than less. And it's interesting to take a look at the data on recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, on global growth, which has slowed and is predicted to continue to be, let's call it, below potential. And it's occurring exactly at the same time that the rate of growth of global trade is also slowing. So at the end of it, it generally seems to me that global trade tends to be overall a net benefit. So I would probably, on the balance of things, be a supporter of any trade agreement that caused an increase in the number of markets that we could access.
And I absolutely agree. I think there's one thing we learned from the Great Depression, it was that protectionism is bad, and I'm shocked that maybe we're having to try and relearn that lesson.